Hello, good morning. Am I audible? Good, good, good. Did Pawan join? Pawan, yes. Okay, Pawan also joined the today's session. I hope you might know about him. He is our admin. If you have any non-technical questions related to these sessions, you just ask him. Okay, any non-technical question, he will guide you. Right. Right. So yesterday we have started working with the data types. What are the different data types we have? And as I told you, like we have two set of data types. One is the basic type. Another one is the complex types. As I said, a basic types are used to store like, the single value. And where you have like, the number type and then followed with the string type and then followed with the Boolean type. That means in TypeScript to store like, any number, we use the number type. It doesn't matter that we should have only, a number that is an integer. That means we can store any number. We can store any number like maybe if it is an integer, float value, double value, decimal value, etc. Any number if you want to store, we have a one data type that is the number that we are having. And the same way, we have the string type is available. And a string is going to be used to store what? A group of characters. And we can have the string type, or we can use the string in three different ways by using the double quotation and by using a single quotation, and then followed with the backticks. Backtick is the one syntax. And the next type is going to be Boolean. Boolean is used to give a true or false value. Like that it is. And apart from that one, we have the complex type. Complex types are used to store multiple values into the same variable. That means in a single variable, if you wanted to have multiple values, there you can go with the complex type. And we have three different types as we are having. One is the array. Another one is the tuple that we are having. And the third one is going to be the enumeration. So these are the three different things. These are the three different types that are available. We may use it. And yesterday I told you what exactly an array also. An array which is used to store multiple value. Generally speaking, in JavaScript, arrays will store any type of value because JavaScript is not supported the type safety, so that we can have any type of value into that. But when it comes to the TypeScript, arrays will store only a similar type of values. That means if I'm declaring an array with the help of a number, I can have only the number type of elements. If I declare an array of type string, I can have only string type of data. That is how it is. Now at the same time, tuple is also similar to an array, but the difference is going to be, we can define what type of data we can have inside the tuple. That means we have a flexibility that we can define what type of values we supposed to maintain in that. Now we have, you see here, please store like, the different type of values based on the declaration. That means at the time of declaring itself, you have to specify what order we are going to store the values. What order we are going to store the values that you have to specify. Now I'm specifying the order. The order is going to be something like this. First, what order I wanted to have a number, and second, what order we just wanted to have. You can see a string type, and third, like you see, we have an order of going to be. That means in the third type, I'm giving a number. So this is how it is going to be. Understand? Hello. And the last one is going to be an enumeration. Enumeration is used to store multiple values. And all the values are going to be the named constants. Named constants in the sense, the name itself, it cannot be changed. Suppose you can take, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like that, we are having different. Or else, like if we can go with generally like months information or days information. So like that, we are having different. So all these things that you're supposed to maintain with the help of what? This one. So that is how it is going. And also when it comes to TypeScript, TypeScript support all the conditional statements. So conditional statements are nothing but what? We have what? A simple if and else if else is available. And the next one is going to be else if ladder is available. And the fourth one is going to be switch case. That means TypeScript supports all the conditional statements that are available. Maybe you can use a simple if based on your requirement, and if else you can use else if later, and switch case also you can use. Because as I told you, TypeScript is nothing but it's a plain JavaScript only, nothing apart from that one. It's JavaScript only. Additionally, what we are having, we have the types that are defined. That's it. Nothing apart from that one. And at the same time, we have what? Loops also. We have the loops also available. And what are the different types of loops? We have, let's say, for loop is available, while loop is available, do while is available. And at the same time, the two new loops that are going to be for in is available, and then for off is available. Like that it is. That means we have for in is available and followed with for off also available. So like that we are having two loops are available. Now what I just want to do is all together we will be understanding an example. That means instead of having like separate example for each and everything, because it is not like completely new to you. I hope everybody know about this particular one. Let's say if condition, for loop, while loop, all those things, like I hope you people might know about it. So that is the reason where what I am trying to do is I'm going to explain you how we can use all together in one example. That is what I am trying to do. Okay. And another thing, like people are asking me a question that like, this class is online or only for offline also available. This is like, completely an online session. We don't have any kind of offline right now at this moment. And for demo videos, you just find like, Pavan has just now posted all the detail, and he will post like, his contact details as well within like, couple of minutes later. Please wait until he give. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. About the notes, like, don't worry. I will share you like, the notes also. Maybe like today, there are like couple of formalities. So once if those formalities are done, then definitely like, he will share you like all the resources, what are required. Whatever the notes I'm explaining right now, I'm going to share with you all the notes and also whatever that examples we are going to discuss as the part of the session. And I'm going to share you like each and every resource which is available. What should I do with that? Without sharing, right? That is where like, don't think. I'll definitely, ask him like, to share. Okay, fine. The very first thing is going to be today, we are going to use, all together in one example. Generally, in JavaScript, if we wanted to create anything in the sense, suppose, let's say, I just wanted to create a class or I wanted to create an interface. JavaScript is not supported that interface, but still if you wanted to create an interface, or else you people wants to create a constructor, or else you guys wants to create an object, or else if you wanted to create a function, for all these things, if you wanted to create anything, we use a keyword. That is what we call it as what keyword we are using? Tell me. What keyword we are using? Function is the keyword. Understand? Function is the keyword. That means anything. If you wanted to create a class, interface, constructor, object, normal function, then we use a keyword that is going to be function keyword. Now, by using that, what I want to do is I'm going to create like, the function and then calling the function, how we can use a class and how to create a enumeration. And once if I created everything, how I am able to convert it into the JavaScript and what is the difference in between those two, that part we will be understanding it in today's session. And later, I'll start like, a pure object-oriented programming, how easy it is. Instead of writing like, by following the JavaScript syntax, if I follow a proper TypeScript syntax, how much easy it is defining a class and each and everything, that we will be understanding it in today's session. Okay. So that is what I'm trying to do. Now, what I just want to do is, first of all, I'm going to have, a class over here. So how do we create a class? Let me open my Visual Studio Code. I'll open my Visual Studio Code. Just click on OK. And here, let me close that existing folder as it is something different. I'm going to close my folder. And maybe you can find it here in the recent project window. Or else like what you can do is you can go to the file and there you people are having open folder. Go to that open folder and then go to the D drive. And there we have full stack Angular. There we have TypeScript, and I'm going to select the folder. Now you can find like, different examples here. Now I'm going to explain you today's session. It's all about how we can use a function as the class. That means how do we define a function? So the today's agenda is going to be how to define a function and also after defining, calling a function and using function as a class. So I'm going to explain you in today's session. These are the items. They are the items that what I'm trying to explain it to you. Anywhere if you are not able to understand, because that is where, like I told you, JavaScript knowledge is required in order to understand, like, clearly. But still, I am telling you, basic knowledge is enough. Don't worry. That is where if you are not understanding any place, don't hesitate to ask any question, whether it is silly or good or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Now I'm going to write a simple function dot ts. Let's say I'm writing functions.ts as my class. Okay, functions.ts as my class. The first thing I wanted to create an enumeration. So how to create an enumeration? By using which keyword? By using which keyword? Guys, please respond. By using which keyword we will be creating enumeration? Come on. We use a keyword that is enum. Very good. We use a keyword that is the enum. Nice, nice. So now I can go with the enum space. Whatever, like, we wanted to create, you can create with that variable, and then following with, and then followed with what? We supposed to have the enumeration here. That means we have, maybe I can say pass is the one, and at the same time fail is the another one, and at the same time I'll be creating another one, promoted. Okay, promoted is the one that what I am having. That's it. Promoted is the one that what I am having. That's it. So like that we are having what we have, like, three things here. One is going to be what? Pass. Another one is going to be the fail. And the third one is going to be, we have promoted is available. Like that it is. Now, I'm going to write a simple function here. And this function in JavaScript, we call it as a class. Now, how do we create it? Function. And the name of the function is going to be student. But if you can see, the look and feel is exactly similar to what? Function or not. Generally speaking, this is a kind of function that what I am having. Nothing apart from that one. This is a kind of what? A function that what I am having. And even here, for that enumeration, you can give the values also. Maybe let's say if it is pass 1, if it is fail -1, if it is going to be promoted, maybe you can give 0 also. Now I created a function with the name student, and I'm going to declare the variable. So how I can declare? Let's say let student ID, okay, SID, and the type is going to be what type I'm using? Number is equal to, I'll be giving 101. That means I'm declaring everything. Whatever I have told you, I'm going to have all together in one example, because you're not, like, very basic. It's to explain you how to work with number type with separate example, string with separate example, boolean with separate example. You people know about, like, the data type. So that is where all together I'm going to explain it to you with a single example. That is what I'm trying to do. Now I created a variable, and the variable is going to be student ID. At the same time, I just wanted to have a student name, which is of type string. I can give my name over here, and my name is Shrikant. So I'm giving, like, my name over there. And at the same time, let's say let is active. That means it is basically a status, and I'm giving a type as going to be Boolean. Now, once if I give, let's say Boolean, if I'm assigning some number, there you can see we have an error. Is active is declared, but never used is the warning message. And then following with the type number is not assignable to the type Boolean that we are having. Understood. That means if I declare a type, then you must have to specify the value. Now I'm giving the type as going to be true over here. That's it. So these are the three things. And then followed with I'm going to create some complex type as well. So how I can do that? I'm creating an array where it comes with marks. And this is going to be an array which is having the type as going to be number. Because when it comes to marks, marks is always like a number only, right? So that is where I declared something like this. Now I'm giving 45, maybe 67 and 78. Like that I can have like, any number of values. We don't have any restriction over there. That's it. And at the same time, I wanted to calculate the total and then find out an average. And based upon that, I'm going to verify the result. The result is going to be either user may give, let's say, pass, fail, or promoted. Only these three. I'm considering only these three so that whatever we are having in this particular enumeration, I can get from that particular result. That is what my requirement. So how we can make use of it? For that, first I'll find out the total. So that let total is equal to, I'm giving here 0. I'm initializing with the value that is 0. And here you can see, once if I assign 0, when I keep my mouse on total, total will become what type? Total will become what type here? You can see let total colon number. This is what we call it as type inference. That means based on the type of the value we are having on the right side, the left side variable automatically assign its type. Understand? Automatically assign its type. Suppose now, when I'm giving total equal to welcome, then it won't allow you. See there. This is what we call it as implicit typing. At the time of compilation itself, based on the value that we have assigned for the first time, even though you haven't specified, the type is going to be assigned. That means let total colon, we are having what? Number. So that is the reason when I'm trying to assign a string value, it will show you an error. What is that error? The type string is not assignable to the type number. That means I'm not specifying anything. I'm not specifying anything. But you see, when I keep my mouse on here, I'm able to see that. Understood? So that is what we call it as a type inference. And technically, in real time, we call it as a implicit typing. Implicit typing. What is implicit typing? Implicit typing is nothing but assigning the value without declaring its type. Based on the value, the type is going to be assigned. Like that it is. Okay. Now I'm having like, something like this. Now I just wanted to get the values and then find the total, and I'm going to perform an average. So that what I can do, I hope you people might know the for loop, while loop and all. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take a for in loop. So how we can use? Simply let item. Okay, we have two loops that I told you. One is going to be, you can see, for in is available. Another one is going to be for off is available. So in is, it is used to get the index values from the collection. If at all, if you wanted to get the index value, understand, if you wanted to get that index value, there you can use for in, you can use. Suppose if you wanted to get, let's say, the value, it is used to get the exact value from the collection, I can say. It is used to get that exact value from the collection. Now here in our scenario, what we want to do, we just wanted to get the values which are available in my array. We wanted to get the values which are available in my array so that I can use of. Now you can give the name of the collection, and I'm giving my collection name as going to be AR marks. Understand, guys? If you are a .NET or Java developer, I hope you people might know about the for each loop. Where item in collection. Did you remember? Exactly similar to this one. Exactly similar. We don't have much different. But there we use the where. Here I use let. Shrikant, can I go with the where keyword here? Yes, you can. It no need to always maintain a let, because like it's a loop and iteration variable, right? It's okay. Even you can go with the where also. Now I'm using where item in collection in Java or .NET. But when it comes to here, where item of collection. Now, what is my collection name? ARMA. So that what I can do here, I'm going to give something like total plus equal to item that what I'm using. That's it. Now, what I'm doing here, total plus equal to item that what I can use. That means very good. It is exactly similar to total is equal to whatever the total we are having, plus I'm going to give that item. Just that's it. Okay, that means first time it will get the first value. Initially total is 0, 0 plus first value. Now total will become 45. Again for second, it will get the second value, 45 plus 67. And then third time, third value, 45 plus 67 plus 78. Like that it is going to. And then I'm going to find out an average is equal to, let me get the total divided by 3, that what I can give. When I'm giving 3, so that is, you may think that that is hard coded value. There what you can do is you can go with the length. When I'm giving length will get the length of number of elements that are available. Understand? If my array is having, let's say 10, then it will get 10 as the length. If my array is having, let's say 5, then it will get 5 as the length. You can see get or sets the length of an array. This is a number one higher than the highest index of an array. Okay. That means it will get the number of elements that are available inside my array. That is how it is going to be. Okay. Now this is one approach where you can write an array. Another approach is also there. Maybe let's say let courses is equal to let courses and declare the type as going to be the string, and you can have only that particular type. You can see suppose if I'm giving 12, or else if I'm giving true, it won't allows you. It won't allows you directly. It will throw you an error. Understood? We have an error. Now what I can do? I'm going to write something like C#.NET and then following with maybe let's say TypeScript as an example, and maybe I can write Java or else Angular, and at the same time, now you can see I just wanted to write something like you can write like anything. Maybe I can say React.js. That's it. Now this is the another way. That means the first way of declaring an array is like this. Second way of declaring an array is like this. Anything, that's up to you. And I wanted to create a tuple. How do we create the tuple? You can see let date of birth. Okay, date of birth I can say. Generally date of birth I'm taking in the form of number, string, and then number type. If I'm declaring it as an array, you can have only the number. If I'm declaring as a string, we can have only string type. But how we can achieve this requirement? For that reason, you can specify the types here. First type is what? Number. Second type is what? String I can say. Third type is going to be number I can give. Like that it is. Understand? Now you see that time when I'm declaring and I'm not giving any value, if you can observe that, see that the type array is not assignable to the type number, string, or number that we are having. Now you can see the time when I'm declaring it, when I'm giving, let's say, an empty value, there you can see it is giving me an error. It won't allow us. So how we can do that? Now I'm giving, let's say, the date of birth, 22nd. Maybe if I'll be giving 07, and then maybe I can give 1990 is the one if I'm giving. Now you can see it won't allow you. It won't allow you because it throws you an error. The number is not assignable to the type of string. So that what I can do, I'll be giving July because it should be of type string. That is how I define. It should be of type what? String, that what I can say. Understood? Clear na? Clear. So this is how we declare all the type of values. Enumeration, structure, enumeration and number type, string type, Boolean type, arrays, tuples, all these things that we are having. Now I just wanted to print all the values here. So before that, what I can do is I will show you the difference between for in and for off. I'm not printing anything right now at this moment. First, what I want to do, I will show you the difference between for in and for off. Now, how we can do that? You see, I'm going to write a simple for loop here. For in, I'm using, first of all, where item in collection is going to be, let's say, courses that what I can use. And here, what I can do is, okay, sorry, it is a where type. Let me take a let here. And here also it will be let, because same as I told you, if it is a where, we can use it for multiple times. If it is a let, we can use for that block only for one time. That is how it is. Now I'm using let. I'm going to use a simple console.log here, and I'm printing that item right now. Just I'm printing an item here. Now I'm calling the function, otherwise like it won't be executed. Now how we can do that? Let's say I'm calling the student here, save this application, and now you can go to the terminal window. There we have a new terminal, and here right now it is pointing to the PowerShell. So what I can do, I'll be using a command prompt, and from here tsc space, what it is, file name, function dot ts if I'm using. Now you can see a JavaScript file is generated. I will open the JavaScript file, don't worry. But before that, node space functions dot js I can give. Now you see what is printed. What it is printed, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. When if I am using what? In is used to print what? The indexes. Suppose in place of in, if I'm using off, I'm using what? Off I'm using. Just observe that. I'm using off. I'm not doing anything. In place of in, I'm using off. Now again, I'm compiling it and then execute. Now you see what happened. Am I able to see like all the data here or not? Tell me. Yes or no? Did you understand the difference between for in and for off? Tell me. For in is used to get the index value from the collection. And if it is a for off, it is used to get the exact value which is available in the collection. So that is the reason where here you can see I'm having the marks and I'm going to get all the marks that are available and storing into the total. And I'm going to find an average. And based on that average, I can perform the calculation part. That's a different story. So how we can use it? I'm sorry. How we can make use of it. So for that reason, what I can do is I'm going to write a simple, okay, result variable. I'm creating a result variable. Let result, understand, let result, or else let's say student result. I can give student result, and I'm defining this as the type of an enumeration. Now in enumeration, I created an enumeration with the name result. So I'm creating this variable of what type? Result type. Understood? I'm creating this std result variable of what type? Result type. Shrikant, what is that advantage? When I'm defining the type as going to be result type, user cannot modify the value which is not available on the enumeration. Suppose let's say here for this one, if I'll be giving something like distinction. When I'm giving distinction, now you can see, is it possible? Is it possible? What is that error message we are getting here? What is that error message? Read someone. STD result is declared, but value never used. That's a different story, but you can see the type distinction is not assignable to the type result, because if I'm declaring it normally, user may enter any type. But here our requirement is what? I have like only 3 grades. I'm giving like only 3 grades. I don't want to go with like, some 4th grade. And those grades I have already defined in my enumeration. Either I can give pass, or I can give fail, or I can give promoted. That's it. I don't want to give like any 3rd or 4th grade apart from that one for every student. That is what the structure that what I am following. Understand? That is what the structure. That is where I'm creating something like that. And now here, what I can do is I'll be writing a simple function, and that function will get the result. So how we can do that? This dot std result is equal to, I'm writing a function here, and here inside the function we'll write something, an if condition. If the average that we are having, okay, is greater than or equal to 35. If it is greater than or equal to 35, then what I can do? Return, okay, result dot pass I can give. Sorry, return result dot pass I can give. Else what I can do? I'm writing a simple else case, and I'm going to write something like return result dot fail I can give. That's it. Did you understand what I'm doing here? I'm writing a function. This function will return what? Pass or fail. Just only 2. And those 2 also from where I'm getting? Enumeration. Because whatever the value it written, I'm going to get that particular value and stored into this particular variable. Understood? See that this is, now tell me, is that student is a function or a class here? Or else what it is? It is a function or method or whatever it is. Now how you will understand? From last 2-3 session, few people they asked me the question, Shrikant, already we have JavaScript which was well defined. Why should I go with the TypeScript? Now straightforward, I'm asking a question. Which one is class and which one is function here? Tell me. It's a variable. I created a variable. That's it. Some variable name, Joshi. Okay. Tell me how you will identify that. This is the limitation of the JavaScript. It's a limitation. The limitation is going to be what? For everything, we supposed to use what? For everything, we supposed to use what? Function keyword. Now, Shrikant, how to create an object then? The object is going to be created something like this. Okay. Function defined in bracket. Now here what I have done. What I have done here, tell me. Within bracket only, right? Manoj. Generally, student is a class, and this is the function. That is where you can see there will be a confusion state even for everyone. The people like who are going to be, understand, who are going to be working. That's a different story. But generally, like, the people who are working on the JavaScript, they might easily understand. But practically speaking, it is a bit challenging task for everybody to understand what is a function exactly, what is a class exactly, what is the variable. Okay, so all those things are going to be very difficult for us. So how to overcome that? That is when, like, I'm going to use the TypeScript. Give me 1 minute, please. Right. Now you can see. Okay, let me convert first of all. Okay, I'll create an object. I'll create an object here. So how do I create an object? It's very quite simple one. I'm going to create something like, let's say, where I'm creating an object of student. Okay, student is equal to new student. That what I can say. That means I'm creating a variable. This is my object name is equal to new student. That time when I'm giving new student, then automatically it will be created a object. Now this is how, like, that object is going. Now what I want to do, I'm going to call, the result, so that I can use console.log, and here I can print the result. Now if you can see that time when I'm calling with the help of, you can see there std dot, we have what, std result. If I'm using std dot std result, if I'll be using, now you can see, now here this is what we call it as a function. Std result is the function. Now understand, this is a function. It's a function that what I have created. What this function will store, it will store the result from the enumeration. It will store the result from the enumeration. That is how it is going. Understood? That is how it is going to. Clear now? Now here std result is a function, but are you able to understand this is a function? Tell me. Just tell me. Are you able to understand this? This is a function. No, because JavaScript is like, it's a messy one. It is not possible to understand what exactly the function, what is the class, what is a constructor. It is very difficult for us to understand. So for that reason only, Microsoft launched TypeScript with a proper syntax, How we can define that, I will show you in the next, the next example itself. Don't worry, but I will show you like how we can define it. That I will show you. Don't worry about it. Now, what I want to do here, I'm going to just this is how. Now I just wanted to print like the result that we are having, so that I can use here something like console.log std. Sorry, we have the result, and inside the result, I'm going to pass std dot result variable. Std dot std result if I'll be using. Now you see, for the class only we created an object. For the functions, is it possible to create an object? Sumit, the first question. Tell me, is it possible to create an object for the function? That is the first one. Now you can see, I'm writing like, this much program. I'll go to my terminal. Let's say a new terminal window I'll open. And here I'm going to use the command prompt, and I'm going to use tsc space functions dot ts if I'm using. Now you can see, open the JavaScript and go for the comparison. Now, if you could see the comparison between these two, observe that. If you see the comparison between these two, observe how it is going to be. Now, the first start from the beginning. Here we have that enumeration, but JavaScript supports that enumeration. Tell me. Tell me the first question. Is JavaScript supports that enumerations here? Tell me. No. If at all, if you wanted to store a simple question, if you wanted to store some named constant, see how much code has to be written. Just for an example, tell me which one you feel better, TypeScript or JavaScript, to declare an enumeration. I'm just asking one question to declare an enumeration. TypeScript is better or JavaScript is better? Obviously, TypeScript. Understood. This is the first one. Second thing is going to be, I created function student, I have written something. But end of the day, you can write for in or you may write for off, it doesn't matter. End of the day, it has to convert it into for loop only, right? You can see where I equal to 0, I less than something, and I plus plus something that we are having. And I'm able to get like, each and every time one item. And then finally, I'm able to calculate the total. Now you can see average is going to be total divided by length, and courses is going to be, you can see that is also again an array. And after that we have an item, but you see how much easy it is. I'm taking a simple for let item of courses and directly I can get each and every item I can print. But here, if you want to write the pure JavaScript, this much logic has to be given. And at the same time, date of birth, I defined here number, string, and number. But here, do we have any specific type? Obviously, no. And here also you can see, I created a simple function, and this is how it is going. That means in JavaScript, everything is going to be a challenging task for us to write everything. Everything is going to be somehow challenging task for writing. So for that reason, what I can do, I use the TypeScript. I use what? TypeScript. Now what I can do, I'm going here, understand? I'm going here and I'm going to execute it. So how we can do that? Simply node space functions dot ts, I can say, sorry. Node space functions dot js if I'm giving. Now you can see I'm able to print C#, TypeScript, Java, understand, Angular, React JS, and then I have one. Maybe I have undefined because I haven't called this one. Just save it and then compile it. Compile it and then execute. Now you can see, am I able to get the result as pass or not? First we are getting 1, but after that we are getting result as going to be pass that we are having. Understood? So this is how the JavaScript program, but I'm adding like, couple of TypeScript features. That's it. Nothing apart from that. But same thing, whatever I have written here, if you people wants to write with the help of, with the help of what? TypeScript, how it would be. I will show you that and then we'll wind up the session today. Okay. So the same example, like whatever I have written, how much simple it is. Okay, how much simple it is, I will show you and then we'll wind up the session. And then I'll show you a comparison between them. Okay, clear now? So now what I want to do, I'll go to here. Let me take another one, that is the classes dot ts, I can say. Same example, I'm not going to take anything, guys. I'm not going to take anything. Same example I'm going to define and I'm going to show you the difference, how much easy the TypeScript is and how much difficult the JavaScript, that I will show you. So the first thing is going to be, we have the function. Okay, we have the function with the name what? Student. And I told you this is basically a class in the practical environment, right? Now what I want to do, I'm going to write a class and the class name is going to be student. What I have written, I created a class and my class name is going to be what? Student, that what I have written. Okay, class name is going to be student, that what I have written. And here, okay, here, what I just want to do is, I'm going to define a variables. How do we define a variable? Just let me show you with an example. Okay, let me show you with an example. So first one, if I'm using let student ID, otherwise SID, which is of type number is equal to, if I'll be giving 101. Now you can see it won't allows you to use even the let keyword, not even let, where also, because these keywords where or let can be used inside the function as the local, but if it is a global member, you need not to use it. Okay, this is the one. And at the same time, I have the student name and the type as going to be string is equal to, I'll be writing it as going to be Srikanth. Srikanth as the one that what I have used. And the next one is going to be, I just wanted to write something like maybe marks I wanted to create. Otherwise is active, that what I have created, which is of type what? Boolean is equal to, I'm giving like, the true or false value. I wanted to create an array. So how do I take an array? How do I take an array? Array is going to be something like AR of marks that what I can give, which is of type what? An array. And this is of type number that what I can give is equal to, I'm going to have something like 35, 56, and 78, like that it is. Okay, like that it is. This is how I have written. And I wanted to have, let's say, AR of courses that what I can give. This is also going to be an array, and the type is going to be some string here, string array, where I can give a string value, let's say TypeScript that what I can give, and at the same time, JavaScript that what I can give, and at the same time, I'm going to use something like Angular that what I can give, and at the same time, React.js that what I can give. That's it. Understood? Now I wanted to display all the data so that I can write a function here that is display. I have written a function with the name what? Display over here. And within the display, I'm going to use something like console.log. Now you can see console.log. I'm going to print like, the values that what I'm having. How can I print it? Simply, first of all, you see here. First, I'll create a variable. Let's say, I'm creating some variable. Let student details is equal to, I wanted to print student ID and all like, in one place. So how I can do that? I'm using the backtick syntax and I'm declaring this as going to be the string. And I'm going to have like, backtick syntax. And here what I can do, first one is going to be student ID. See this student ID. And here I'll be using a dollar and then you can see student ID. I'm giving a slash n. Next one is going to be student name. I'll give a dollar and see this dot student name. See this yes name. And after that, I'm giving a slash n to come to the new line is active. Now I'm giving the dollar and there I can say this dot is active that what I can give. That's it. So now here, this is the backtick syntax. Now I'm using the backtick and by using the backtick, what I'm trying to do, I'm displaying the variables also directly. Generally like how we can define the string, We can define the string by using a concatenation symbol. Student ID plus this start student ID. Student name plus this start student name. And after that, we have the active plus this start is active. Now here, this is nothing but the current class object. This is a current class object which is used to get the members of the class. Understand? Now I'm going to print them. So how I can print that? Simply, I'll be using console.log student details. That's it. This is the one. Clear now? Clear. This is the new syntax, guys. I'm using backticks. You can find that in the escape button below. We have the tilt symbol now. Same button, you can find this one. And the purpose of dollar here is used to identify the value dynamically. That means I'm accessing this variable. This variable is a TypeScript variable, right? Yes or no? And I'm going to access that inside the string. This is just a variable. I'm accessing the variable without using plus sign. I'm assigning the value. You can see that this start SID, this start SName, and this start is active. All these are the variables that are available, and I'm going to access those variables. Understand? The purpose of the dollar is accessing the variables dynamically into the string. And at the same time, I just wanted to display the marks as well. So how I can do that one? I have written like a function that is display function. Now like that I can find out what. Maybe I can say display student details is the fun function. After that, display, okay, result is one function that what I have written. Now how I can use it? How I can write the logic for this one? Simply, I'll take a for op where item of we have what ar dot marks. That means whatever the marks we are having, I'm going to get that mark and stored in some variable. And if you wanted to print, you can. So for that reason, what I can do, I'll be taking two variables. Let total is of type number initialized with 0. And at the same time, sorry, let is also not required. And you can see after that, I'm having an average, which is of type number. I'm initialized with 0. Okay, now you can see total is equal to total plus item that we are having. That is the one. Now after that, I'm printing it. I'm using what? Console dot log, I can say. And here I'll be displaying total is, let's give the total that we are having. And at the same time, console dot log, if you can see, average is, I just wanted to give the total that we are having divided by array of marks dot length that what I can. That means if you can observe that, did you feel the difference? Or else are you able to feel the way how we are writing the Java, the way how we are writing the C# here, right? Tell me exactly. Yes or no? You can see that I'm declaring all the variables here. After that, you can see that I'm using, I'm writing a simple function. After that, I write a function. Inside that, I write a for loop. And inside that, I get like, the total. And then what I'm doing, I'm printing the total. And after that, I'm going to get the average. Okay, average. And I'm going to get that average. Now total divided by marks. Now you can see it's completely a pure TypeScript program. But previously, whatever I have written, that is not pure TypeScript program. That is generally, I'm including the JavaScript, and in that I have couple of TypeScript implementation. Now I wanted to create an object here. So how can I create an object? Now you can see where std of type what? Student is equal to new student. That means class name, object name. Okay, this is the object name and this is the class name is equal to new student. That what I am using. Okay, new student, that what I have used. And after that, I'm going to call the function std dot, you can see, display the student detail. I'm calling that std dot, we have what? Display the result that we are having. I'm just calling. Now you can observe that it is exactly similar to your server side programming experience. Why right now the Java people, C# people, or Python people, why they wanted to learn that Angular easily and how they are able to understand it easily means that is all because of, I can say, TypeScript only. Because if it is a pure JavaScript, very difficult for us to understand. Because I can say I'm a backend developer. Before I start about the JavaScript and all, I don't know anything about it. When I was started, like, very initial days, when I was started very initial days, the client side programming, I'm getting fear because C#.NET, when I'm doing any mistake, it give me like, exactly what reason behind that error. But in JavaScript, it won't give like in that way. Then how I able to understand what exactly it is? It took me more time to adapt the client side technology, but nowadays, no, because of like, everything we are going to write with the help of TypeScript. Out of my 10 years of experience, I'm telling you, out of my 10 years of experience, I'm using like, TypeScript from the last 3-4 years. But I feel that like, it will be very easy. It makes like, very easy for me to develop anything with the help of the TypeScript. Understand? So that much, I mean, individual like, contribution is there with respect to the TypeScript in either Angular development or else React development. Also, we use the TypeScript. Now you see same thing. If it is pure JavaScript, how it would be, I can show you. I'll go to the new terminal window. And here, what I can do is I'll remove like, I'll remove this one. Okay. I'll go to here. Let me write tsc space. Now, what is the file name? Classes dot ts, I can say. Now you can see classes dot js was created. Observe the difference. See, observe the differences. How it is. First thing is going to be class student. But here you can see where student is equal to function and function student. Now, do you know what it is exactly? This is a constructor. Understand? This is generally a constructor, but I haven't created it, but you can just observe that they use the constructor here. After that, to create a function in JavaScript, you see student dot prototype dot display student details. And after that, you see to print multiple values, what they're doing, you can observe that. Student ID dot, they call a concat method. What they're concatenating, this dot student ID, comma, student name. Again, they call what? Concat method, this dot student name. Again, you see they have written like this. This is one function. After that, they are printing the value. And then you can see again student dot prototype dot, we have display result is available. How it is going to be, you can observe that they have written. Yeah, obviously it is very difficult for us to understand because we don't have the JavaScript knowledge to understand. But if I leave this and if I open only this one, are you able to understand this or not? Tell me. Tell me. Everyone, guys, please give me a reply. That means what I have done, I just have created a class. And inside the class, what we are having? Variable. And also I rate like, some functions here. That's it. And after that, I created an object. And for that object, by using that object, I'm calling the methods. Nothing. It's a quite simple syntax that what the TypeScript is provides you. Now the complete Angular application development, we are going to use the same syntax that what I'm showing it to you right now. Understand? The complete TypeScript I'm going to use. Like, the same kind of programming. Nothing apart from that one. That means we are going to create the classes and we are going to create an object for that. And we are going to call the methods that are available. So that is how, like, the implementation. I'll show you like one by one. Still, I haven't started like, the TypeScript programming properly. Tomorrow it's a holiday, it's Sunday. But generally, like if the syllabus is not completed in a proper way, then I'll take the sessions even on Sundays as well. Don't worry about that. But these are the beginning days. As like we just need to have like, some more clarity on this batch, who are attending, who are not attending. We just want to track it. So that is the reason where Pavan is going to conduct a simple task for us. That is, he will be sharing with you all the recordings to everyone who are registered for this course. Okay. And there are a couple of people who haven't completed like, the payment and related things that respect to the management point of view I'm talking. So please complete, understand, and sort out like, all these things and join for Monday session. On Monday onwards, we will be starting a TypeScript programming in a proper way. That means individual concept I will take and I will just explain it to you. It's a simple concept. Understand? It's a very simple one. Okay, it's very simple one. But, we can understand like when do we use which one. That is important. That part that I'll explain to you. And then we will start the Angular. As I promised you, don't worry about what the programming point of view. Anything, if you need any technical questions, then we will be asked. And yes, most of the people, they are asking me about Google Classroom, but Google Classroom link is also going to be created by that admin. Pavan will take care of it. So once he will be ready with that, then I'll upload everything, whatever we have discussed from the last few days, then definitely. Okay, right. Nothing output of this one now. Okay, I will show you that output here. Just you can see, I'll go to my terminal and here what I can do is I'm going to use node space classes dot JS icons. Now you can see student ID, student name is active and total is 169 and we are having the average. Abhishek, that I can't do anything, right? If they provided me a link, then I can upload. Otherwise, how can I share? Yeah, JavaScript basic knowledge is enough, guys. It doesn't require to have like, a complete knowledge on that. Basic knowledge is enough because we never write like, any kind of JavaScript program. Understand? We never write any kind of JavaScript program. We are going to write few TypeScript to build that Angular application. That is where I'm starting with the TypeScript only. The people who joined today or yesterday or day before yesterday, this is the 5th session. You people will get like, the recordings from the last 5 sessions, including today also, you will be getting the recording. And if you really like, well, please come and join. And from Monday onwards, we will be starting. Okay, we will be starting what? A complete programming. That means which includes like many things. As I told you, like, here, I told you like what are all the concepts would be covered as the part of it. Introduction to Angular, setting up the environment, and TypeScript, that what we are at the third place. And after that, TypeScript, we will be creating that Angular 15 application. And then we will be understanding template styles, directives, understand component, data binding, pipe, services. Yeah, forms, like we'll be understanding two different type of form. One is like, the model driven form. Another one is the reactive form. Both the places we will be understanding the validation, and followed with the nested forms also will be discussed as the part of it. You don't need to worry about it. Sir, I didn't learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript, but I have a little bit knowledge of all those. So yes, you can continue, guys. And also please join with your real name. It is not good to call like, Redmi Note 8. Okay. Please join like with proper names so that even I also call with your name. Okay. Yeah. Basic knowledge is enough. Basic knowledge is enough. That should be. And the duration and time, I have main. Yeah. This is the duration. It's 40 days, 40 working days. And the time session timings are 9 to 10:30 a.m. every day. No, in real time, we don't use the JavaScript means right now, the scope is less. Direct JavaScript uses scope is less. We are going to use the JavaScript, but scope is less as we are using mostly, this one, TypeScript only. I can say that 90% we are writing TypeScript only. Around 10% of scenario, still people are using the JavaScript. 90, not even 90, 95, I can say. Yeah, data storage. Yes, yes, we will be understanding each and everything one by. Okay, next. So any questions if you have, just please ask me. Maybe today is going to be the end for the demo sessions. So I explain to you examples. One is used. Which one is most? The class one, right now, the last one that what I have explained here, this one, like, we will be using most. Data storing is retrieving is TS. Yes, we can do that, Vaibhav. To do that one, like, we will be making an Ajax calls. It is not direct straightforward. We will be making an Ajax calls. Okay, Bootstrap also required to join for this batch. It is not required like, to have, I mean, all the knowledge, but the basic knowledge, if you can have, then that should be fine. Next. Next. While compiling, you compile the class.ts. While executing it, even the output. Yes, because TypeScript is not able to understand by anyone. TypeScript is for the developer point of view. Once if you write the TypeScript has to be converted into the JavaScript. And to share like, to give like, the JavaScript, then we'll do the compilation. That is the first one. And after the compilation, okay, after the compilation, we will be using the TypeScript. And here, like, we have the Pawan number. Maybe you people can contact with him. Okay. This is his number. More than enough, guys. One thing I'm telling you guys, 40 days is more than enough. 30 days is more than enough. If you really practiced well, along with me, 30 days is also fine. Understand? And I'm not giving like, the sessions based. I'm thinking that like you people are completely the freshers. I'm thinking that like, I'm preparing these sessions where you can keep like, minimum 3 years of person, how they are able to handle in the project, that much that I am trying to explain it to you. So that is the reason. It's all depend on like, how you are going to practice. If you practice well, then it's perfect. If you are not practiced well, then it will be a challenging task for me to explain something in a better. It's all depend on like, mutual. It's not like, one way, it's mutual understanding and mutual practice. So prepare like in that way. Okay, Pavan has given some announcement. Dear student, new link will be provided only for those who will fill the Google form given below with your payment detail. So maybe you just go with this particular one and you can give like, the full name, contact number, email ID, batch detail, and upload the payment receipt. Okay. Maybe those who have completed this, they might get what this one. So complete this. And any questions if you have, just please ask me. Still we have 6 more minutes. Still we have 6 more minutes. Any questions if you people are having, just please to ask. To learn Angular, compulsory learn the basics of HTML, JavaScript, CSS. Yes, it is important. Running notes are provided. Examples also provided. Understand? Once if they created the Google Classroom link, I'll upload everything. And the people like who have registered, they will get it. Sir, in Chrome, we can see any website source code. If I modify it, will it affect the real source code? Mahendra Reddy, that won't be affected. If that is affected, then I can purchase like, iPhone 15 plus with hardly 10,000 rupees, right? That is just like, for the funny purpose. You see, if I'll be open like, the flipkart.com, maybe you see there is a mobile. How much price it is going to be? 13,000. If I right click on here, go and inspect, in place of let's say 13,999, if I'll make it 1399, okay, now you can see I can directly purchase it, right? That won't be. It is necessary to download the Visual Studio for practicing TypeScript. I already told you it is not the Visual Studio, it is the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Again, I'm repeating. It's a Visual Studio Code. Don't download the Visual Studio. Okay. Don't download the Visual Studio. Okay, thank you. Any questions, guys, please ask me. Getting error class declaration cannot overload list for student. How to rectify? Getting error in class declaration cannot overload list for student. How to rectify? Raghavendra, I guess like you opened the previous example. In that tab, just close the tab. That's enough. If you can close the tab, then that should be fine. It will come. Yeah, debugging we will understand. Yes, I'm sending the money, sir. Please order the. Yeah, okay. Yeah, unit test cases also would be covered. I hope I clarified all the doubts and why we are using the TypeScript also. You people are getting a clarity and what is the importance of the TypeScript also. You people are having an idea. So please try to go through the official documentation of the TypeScript where you have the typescriptlang.org. I'm sharing you the link also to you. Till they created the Google Classroom links until I'm updating. So please go through this basics part. And if you have anything, just please do let me know. We will be understanding. Most probably by tomorrow, they will be creating a link. If they create it, I'll upload whatever we discussed so far from these many days. Don't worry about it. Okay. So that's it, guys, for the day. We will continue on Monday. Tomorrow, we don't have any session. Thank you and have a nice weekend too. Bye-bye.